Hello guys, welcome to this channel. Today we will talk about what is that meditation from a yogic perspective and why do we need to do a meditation nowadays. Okay, um, let's we start. Okay, so do not believe whatever I say. Okay, it's like the words of the Buddha. So I want to tell you whatever I say is just words. Is it the truth? I will leave those things to you because we don't know whatever I say will be the truth for you or not. It's all will depend on how you understand it and how I will deliver the subject, or maybe I'm wrong. It's all possible. So please see it by yourself. If it's the truth, and use it. If it's not, you can waste it. Just leave it like that. Okay. So it's like the scientists do. They will not put any conclusion into um, whatever they research. So it's like if someone think positive, they will see all positive, and if someone think negative, they will see all negativity. Because that is the power of the mind, like that. So how the scientists do see, they see the way it is as the way it is. So if they see the way it is, that's how they know what is the truth about they research. So it's like that. So why meditation is taught in yoga lesson? Based on Wikipedia, yoga means a group of physical, mental, and spiritual practice or disciplines which originated in ancient India and aim to control and still the mind. Um, but the meaning of yoga, a lot of people say this, it means union. So, what is to unite? And a lot of people say about this microcosmos and as macrocosmos, but it's not the as simple as that. Okay, like this goals of yoga. This is from yogabasics.com. It's becoming meditative, and it will see the self discovery and liberation. That is the goals of yoga. The healthy that we got after doing yoga, it's just the effect of we're doing yoga and meditation, like that. It's like if you want to think positively, I'm sorry, if you want to be happy, it's much more easier with the thing of positive rather than if you have negativity and you try to be neutral, it's much more harder. But when someone is already in positive emotion, it's easier to be neutral. So this liberation is not high. I mean, it's not positive. It's not negative. Um, so it's not happy. It's not unhappy. It's just liberation. It's just neutral, free from positive energy, free from negative energy. Okay, maybe that's my perception. Okay, let's we continue. Then what is meditation? Um, this is still from Wikipedia. I will not bother about this because yes, it's a technique which is try to focusing and try to have mindfulness, try to attain awareness. So this is an English words which is uh, different with our yogic science, in which they didn't say about meditation. So what is meditation in our yogic tradition? Um, when someone doing meditation, they can do japa, tapa, dharana, dhyana, sunya, samadhi, and a lot more. Um, it's the words meditation is not describing what happens inside. So it's like this. Uh, japa, when someone focusing into repeating some mantra over and over again, uh, they can do with eyes open, they can do with uh, eyes closed. uh, it depends on the situation also, it will be had a different impact, depends on how also the person inside. And tapa means penance, like fasting. Dharana means when we try to be focused. It's like trying to focusing the mind. Your mind goes away and bring it back to be focused. And then dhyana means the focus become intense. Most of meditators say this dhyana as meditation. The others is not meditation yet. I've heard that. But as we see the meaning, what is meditation? It is from English words, but this is in Asia. They understand meditation as dhyana from a perspective of Hinduism and Buddhism. But this is English words. So meaning to think, contemplate, devise, ponder, like that. So it has not describing what's inside, what's happened in a meditation. So like this, as I said before. So meditation is a noun. So it's action or practicing of meditating. And then meditative is I just take this one first. Yeah. So meditative, it's an adjective which is involving absorbs in meditation or considered thought. So in my understanding, meditative is the result when someone doing meditation in which becomes so intense and they become meditative. So it's like this. uh, when someone trying to do meditation, they try to focusing the mind, but when someone's become meditative, their mind become focused so intense, even they try to think of another I mean outside of what they're focusing on, their mind cannot be uh, disturbed. They still be focused. It's like when someone is watching a TV and they become so intense with the movie or etc. Even you try to disturb them, it will not. They cannot move their focus from watching the TV. So it's like that. For me, my perspective is like that. Then how meditation happen? So this is just an example of our body. Maybe this is not how meditation happen. Yeah. First, I will describe first. So this is our body. Meditation is trying to make our mind become strong. So if someone's mind is not strong enough, their life could be disaster. How it could be, I will explain this one. So, for example, this chariot uh, is our body. So it has five horses in which it's describing the five senses: eyes, nose. Sorry, the five senses is the sight, the smell, the hearing, the touching sense. So the touching sense is not only in our hands, it's all over our body. And the tongue, of course. You already understand this. Um, then who controlling it? This is the mind. We will describe it later. There's a four types, four parts of the mind. Then who is this one? The passenger. I will describe it as the source of life. It's much more easier to understand when we say that one. Because if I say spirit, that word is already polluted because some person understand spirit as like their emotion and soul. It's already polluted also. The soul has no mate, like soulmate. So this is the source of life. It's not only inside our body. So I describe this as our body. But when someone already not seeing his body as him, then he is seeing something is beyond. So this is much more easier. I will describe more. So this body, um, see, it's a panchamaya kosha. Um, so what we're looking in this in the meditation is we're balancing, um, practicing the mind to become strong, and they can. I'm sorry, it's not they, and the mind can control these five senses, in which the physical body and the mental body itself. So, um, if someone have a mental disease, their mind cannot be silent. They keep thinking because the strong of the senses, their mind controlled by the senses. And if the persons become like that, we already could see how the chariot will be, and we can know where we will pick them. So that's still the first one. I'm sorry, it's not the first, but maybe it's the half one. Be- Before we know the ecstasy, the happy happen just from inside, not because of something outside. This what we're looking in a meditation, but that's the first thing still. So what we're trying to have is try to see this consciousness itself, the source of life. In Hindu, we call uh, the source of life, the consciousness, as Atman, like that. So, what is the Panchamaya Kosha? First, it is the Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha means Anna means food. So that's the body which is come from the food, in which is the physical body. As we know, we born, even before we born, our father and mother just give their seed, in which uh, after the mother eating much more food, then the food become us in his body, become the baby. And then after born also, how to make us this big? It's because of the food, this the physical body. And then we had the Mano Maya Kosha. Mano means from mana. Mana means mind. So this is the mind body, the mental body. So when uh, the mind thinking of sickness will come. The same also, if the body feels sick and you try to make uh, to s- to make the mind see its hurt and making it much more hurt with the mind, it will be multiply. But when someone having hurt, but they says, "Oh no, this is not hurt," and just not feeling the hurt, it could be. This is to make them positive. And the other thing is, when your mind becomes strong, we can differentiate which one is hurting, which one, I'm sorry, which one is hurting, which one is suffering. Because it's hurt, yes, but we can choose not to be suffer. So that's the power of the mind. This mind, it's not only the thinking mind, but also the emotion. Because when our mind try to see that we are happy, suddenly the emotion, maybe it's slower, but it will follow to be happy. For example, if you said, try to, so this, sorry. So when the body feels sick, the mind also feels sick. It could be. And if the mind try to be focused into positive, even the body can feel the positive also. So this manomaya kosha, it's not only this thinking mind, it's all over the body. And also the emotion. So the mind, the thinking mind, it's like the front wheel. And the emotion, it's like the back wheel of the cars. So if someone try to control it, try to control the mind first, because the emotion is much more slower and harder to be controlled. It's like if you want to have your car U-turn, of course, the first wheel, the front wheel, need to have the U-turn first, and then the back wheel will follow. But when uh, the thinking mind and the emotion is not together, your emotion want to backward, but your mind want to go forward. This when someone will break. Okay, we'll continue on the second part.